Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Game time. This fucking idiot is going to exploit this baby and pretend to run a campaign on his name. I didn't watch much. I'm in my pajamas, my Steelers jersey. I ain't got a bra on, I ain't got my makeup on, my hair is a fucking mess. Y'all want to get my fat picture messing fucking pictures tonight? Please go for it, please. Post them the fuck everywhere. I don't really give a fuck. Ernie Shell is a fucking disgusting ass motherfucker, in my opinion.
Last night. Dad, if you can hear me.
You're gonna get my reaction to Ernie Shell live. Ernie, you're welcome to grab a link and combine.
Did we forget something last night? Because I do believe we did. I believe we was going to give away some type of money or something and forgot about it. Or actually what happened is, the phones died. It all went out.
Ernie, wasn't you gonna sell a fucking hat or something and it never went through? Or what was the fucking deal with that with you and Benny? You're always out to make fake money. What did I say? I predicted. I pre-motherfucking dicted last night you were gonna jump into Jaden's case, didn't I? You're fucking sick motherfucker. In my opinion, of course.
It was bad. It was crazy. We had one of the greatest lives last night. We have Johanna. Johanna was letting us know about things that she's involved in, what she does. And
hey, y'all. Remember when Summer's case started? Johanna lives somewhere up by the little what the fuck is her name from White Boys saying she knew where Summer was? Lady Justice, whatever. Johanna lives up by there and by Tina's little fucking weed shop, right? Like the witch of the city. She came with the fucking psychics and Ernie. And then they had big fights. It's all getting ready to repeat, guys. Be ready for it. Hey, rapper, I am a fucking mess tonight. I am like, I've been in my jammies all fucking day, done shit all day. Just been here. Talking. My family came over today. My daughter came over with her boyfriend, and we sat and bullshitted for a while. It was nice. She stayed for at least an hour. I had my daughter-in-law hanging in the room with me for a little bit. I was going to watch a movie with my grandbabies and not go live tonight. However, I'm having computer issues. Damn VPNs. But anyway, since he's talking about him and Joanna, and I didn't have no content planned, I'm just going to sit here and fucking go through Ernie's live and do whatever the fuck I want tonight with Ernie because I've about had enough of his fucking disgusting shit. So what we're going to do is start a whole new video here. I spent my night last night, all night. I slept till 5 p.m., so I am wide awake. I might actually get up and go throw some clothes on for you guys and some makeup in a little bit. We could pull Jody Sue. You know how she does the switcheroo. She goes in one room and then comes back dressed like another. I might actually do that for you guys tonight if I get bored. Okay. We're going to go to my uploads. Oh, look, there's Prayer Garden. This one's for you, bitch. You Ernie's mom? I'm curious. Because we're going to listen a little bit about Ernie's mom here in a little bit. Let's go through some clips. We could start with clip number one. I have it named Ernie's Family Dynamics. We'll go through the list and I'll get the family dynamic ones. And I really, really, really want to talk about oh, let's give it a pretty background. What do you think before we do that? Here, how about these rain ones? Let's let the heavens light shine. You see it? Let's do that. I'm not crazy about that one now. I'll teach you guys how to edit a little. You know how I do it. Just watch. I kind of like this one. Beautiful. Okay. So let's go to wait, you guys want a song? How did you like the song from last night? I didn't upload no new ones. Let's go to audio. We'll just throw that in there. And I believe I had the volume on 6 or 8 last night, maybe 14. All right, let's try these clips. What do you think? Hold on, guys. Let's make it pretty. This one's 2 minutes long. This is the beginning of Ernie's Family Dynamics with whoever this is on the other side of the phone. I didn't catch a name. I don't know who the guy is or the girl. I don't know what they are to Ernie. I just know I heard what I heard. I don't know much about Ernie's brother's crime. I've been learning the last couple weeks. Actually heard some interesting shit. Some shit that might even match to some shit. Like satanic Bibles. I had a friend one time. He was on America's Most Wanted. I fucking shit you not find him. His name was Paul Evans. Loved the dude. I'm gonna come and chat a minute. Hey, Green Eyes. Loved the dude to death. Like, wrote him when he was a kid. He was locked up all the time. Wrote him when he was locked up. Even though the dude held a pew-pew to my head one time. We'll get into that another night, maybe. Depending. But, oh, you guys didn't even see me doing this. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Ernie's Family Dynamics. Okay. I'm going to move up through the list, but this is a good start. Hey, Ernie, you related to any Gaukers by chance? Do you know them, friends with them, like buddies? I know you and Neil did the wrestling shit together. Little birdies tell me things, and I live in the same area, and I have a feeling there might be a Glen Shell or something. I'm just going to anybody with your last name or who I think you might be connected to in my area, because I know there's something, because you absolutely refuse to address me or grab a link. And you're sending your minions after me. We'll go through that before the end of my live, too, won't we? Lisa Key's faithful companion. Okay. Not Lisa Kay. I said Lisa Key. That's right. All right. Hi, Linda. I ain't forgot about you.
Allegations, sexual harassment allegations or something. So here's Stephanie.
Of this year. Okay, you've done a lot in that much time. Mm-hmm. So, just to start, some people might not know this, but Ernie and Shelby were brothers, and Ernie being the older, they were kind of at 4 and 8. That was their ages. They were kind of separated, and they had a really, really rough childhood. Right.
Okay, so this talks about now she kind of hits on some things that Lisa Kay don't hit on. Now it talks about me and Shelby being separated at childhood. Okay, so what that was is when I was real little, my aunt had pain.
After listening to this last night, I'm sorry, Ernie. I've had a rough childhood too, but I don't turn into a bad guy. Not everybody on this earth was granted immunity from crazy shit happening in life. And there's no fucking excuse for any of the shit that you, your brother, anybody have done. However, after listening to this deeply, I have compassion for your brother, but I still think, just like you, he's evil as fuck. And I think you do it now, after hearing his story that I've never heard before in full like this. I feel like your brother is more innocent than you are, and I feel like you set your brother up, because what's really fucking weird is that the two of you were okay prior to him going to jail. And eventually we'll get to the clip where you're defending everybody that was named in the case with him. Did y'all set your brother up so everybody could walk but him? You think I don't know about this shit? I have a brother who went to prison. It's real life, man. Like, people don't have to fucking choose to believe real criminal activity, but it is. And unfortunately, I've seen too much of it in my life to understand what the fuck I'm seeing here. All right? So there's no fucking sympathy coming from me, because not everybody who had a bad childhood turns out to be child kidnappers, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I'm speculating.
In and took me, and I she was more. She was a hairstylist. She had her own thing going, her little business going, and she made a little bit extra money than ordinary people. So she was able to take care of me as a kid. So I mostly stayed with her and my mom. Shelby stayed with my grandma, pretty much, and my uncle John Paul and Bruce abused him. They would whoop him and they would beat him, and they did. He had a hell of a horrible childhood. We all did, but they talk about it.
Like, how would you describe their household, I guess, growing up?
Very poor, very little disciplinary. Just the whole thing is crazy.
Again, Ernie, no excuse, but what I find funny is that while they're talking about things like this, I could see something snap in your crazy ass fucking head. Okay? In my opinion, you get offended by this and you try to change the subject and it bothers you. And you could see it throughout this whole live. You could see how bothered you get by certain things being said. Shutting the camera off, walking away. The fucks. Fuck. I turned the volume up. The way you ended this live, now you're just going to get back on there like, oh, let's go jump into Jaden's case. Like nothing last night, right? You can't fool me, buddy. I grew up in the same kind of life. I'm a female. We're smarter. I'll outfox your ass any fucking day, bitch. Come on. Grab a link. It's there. Where's these kids at, Ernie? In my opinion, I'm speculating, you know.
Mom allowed them to watch porn for hours at that age.
What's that going to cost?
So
A monster?
So she said my mom allowed us to watch porn for hours at that age.
He doesn't deny it. The next clip, he goes on not to deny it. You know what? Let's just go in fucking order. What do you think? I'm going to give you my thoughts. Let's see. Uploads. Clip 1. The next one.
Okay, so hold on.
I'm not going to make them all pretty. Let's just listen to them. I'll keep the music in.
Okay, so hold on. Char Kittinger. Who is the kid that's dead? You're saying the kid is dead. Who is the kid that's dead? Because they just now confirmed that kid has not been found yet. Unless you know something I don't know.
It was not Jade and Ernie. It was a young man named Giovanni. I don't know the story behind it. I haven't watched it, but it's been popping up on my feed. You should have been paying attention, but what I see from you is you being bothered as fuck. Because I mentioned Giovanni's name, maybe we'll share a news clip next live, or maybe before the end of this live. Just remind me. Maybe we can start there, just watching and seeing what happened. Because in my opinion, and I'll just star it so I can grab it later. But in my opinion, Ernie, let's watch that again. It was a short clip. I'll give you I'm not a psychologist, but living through this type of freaking life, I can tell you I have the right to tell you my feelings on this. I think Ernie's a fucking psychopath.
Okay, so hold on, Char Kittinger. Who is the kid that's dead? You're saying the kid is dead. Who is the kid that's dead? Because they just now confirmed that that kid has not been found yet. Unless you know something I don't know.
Body found off Route I-75, believed to be missing Giovanni Pelletier, MCSO. This was in Florida. I believe they found him. He was an 18-year-old young man. I've seen the thumbnails, haven't followed the story. All right, moving on. Let's get rid of that one. Next clip. This one's 1 minute and 31 seconds long.
So anyways, she's saying that mom allowed us to watch porn. The fact of the matter is.
So he stops talking about his mom. Hey, Susan. Sorry, guys. I'm not really in chat because I'm switching between clips, and a lot of these are really short. He was talking about his mom. Hey, objection. Dude's talking about his mom, right? So what he does is he completely stops about his mother, and he starts talking about the boy that is apparently unalived. That's not Jaden. What's his name? Spicer. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know the kid's name yet. I can't remember. Too much going on in my head clipping these. All right. So here he starts talking about his mom, but I want you to hear how he doesn't deny. Things like this can make children grow up to be predators, in my opinion. And that's not me basing this off of Ernie. That's me basing it off of statistics and things we've seen in the past, like Jeffrey Dahmer and, Son of Sam. Pay attention, guys.
So anyways, she's saying that mom allowed us to watch porn. The fact of the matter is, mom never was in her life at that time. Mom her friend had overdosed mom. I would overdose my mom, and with PCP and angel dust. So, and it might have been LSD as well. I can't remember.
Y'all want to know a true story about me? You want to know how crazy my parents are? Every time I hear the word angel dust, I think of me. I was named after angel dust. My middle name is the stupidest name on the fucking earth, but it was a form of angel dust back in the 60s and 70s. It was called Crystal Tea. T-E-E. Like the fucking golf club tea. And I didn't know till I was a teenager that that's what I was named after. Fucking shit, you not. I asked my mom, what did she name me after a fucking golf tee? And she was like, no, I named you after drugs. Hi, guys. Call me Angel. Okay. We'll start this clip over because I interrupted that.
So anyways, she's saying that mom allowed us to watch porn. The fact of the matter is, Mom never was in her life at that time. Mom had took her friend had overdosed mom. I had overdosed my mom, and with PCP and angel dust. So, and it might have been LSD as well. I can't remember. So my mom lost her mind. So she didn't. When it said my mom had all this control over her, she didn't. And this is why I get mad at so many people, because they miss the big fact about it.
Mm-hmm. So how people know these things about Ernie is I'm going to tell you going through an unaliving trial with my brother. When it's somebody's young and who has been through the court system the way Ernie Shell's brother Shelby has, in a very unfair manner, in my opinion, as a child, starting from an early age. You see, that's how addicts and stuff are born. The system will take young boys, especially in small towns. And if that young boy pisses the cop off even once in their life, then that young boy becomes a target. The police officers back in the 80s and 90s in small towns would target the river rats. We'll call it that. And they would always lock a few children up over and over and over, even for the smallest, pettiest shit, like standing on a corner for more than 5 minutes in front of a bank. These are just experiences I've had with friends that I have that I'm not going to name. But I've also lived in a small town, Ernie, and I know what the police do, and I know how they target young children. And I believe, after listening to this last night, Ernie's brother was targeted from a very young age from the police in his town because he probably pissed him off one time. However, his crime, did it happen in North Carolina? Like the judge was in Kentucky. However, I'm still learning about Shelby's trial and about all of his things. But anyways, the reason this started was is once you get to court, they'll go through the court system and they bring up every single thing in your life, even to the point where your family members who lived through it as well have to listen to it and have to be a part of it and either have to agree or disagree, stand up or disagree. It's a very hard situation to be in when you're sitting in a courtroom full of people with your mother sitting right there and you hear the questions being asked that you know hurt your family. Like, it's to that point, that's how deep they get when you go through an unaliving trial, especially if they're trying to adjudicate someone or if it's somebody underage. You change subjects too much, F. Ernie. Well, it all plays in together, in my opinion, Green Eyes. I truly believe this is a ring. In my opinion, of course, it's speculation, but based off things I'm seeing, I believe this is a ring. I think, in my opinion, I'll give you a theory that I was thinking last night, and you guys know my theories change all the time, but there has to be a handoff guy, right? They're attacking Fred and Chad. In my opinion, Fred and Chad are both involved. They know. In my opinion, Candace and Dawn know. I believe there might have been some money owed. I believe Fred and Chad may have been the actual takers of and the handoffers of, in a position close to Jody Sue's home where a certain telephone pole wire was hit, where the blue truck was apparently seen. Chad drives a fucking blue truck? You gotta be kidding me. In my opinion, that's Fred giving truths, but trying to leave himself and Chad out of it and make up excuses. No, that's not Chad. It was somebody else's blue truck. And I think that is why when Fred called, or when Pruitt called Fred back, and Fred was talking to Pruitt, Pruitt kept pushing the issue of the blue truck. Because I think they just need to prove something, which why they wouldn't just go get the blue truck and take it forensics. I'll never know nothing about no damn crooked police that can't go get a fucking warrant, right? Or did they? Chad's been arrested. Was it a way to get that vehicle until they can get a warrant? But why wait 4 years? You see, I think Fred tells truths. I think you have to look at the history of the people Fred tells truths about, like The Simpsons, for instance, and their wiretapping and their hotel. That would be so simple and straightforward, right? Objection. Ernest is in his interfering mods and others. You know who you are. The public search remains closed. Yeah, can anybody tell me what KSP is? I was trying to figure that out last night while listening to this. But all right, for a third time, let's do this clip. I'm going to shut up and just go through this clip and not say anything. I mean, it's kind of fucking self-explanatory. Ernie comes from a pretty demented family. It's sad. And I feel his brother Shelby took the wrath of it and is now being accused of Ernie's crime, in my opinion.
So, anyways.
Only after hearing this last night, I haven't searched further. After listening to this last night, that's my feelings. I really want to hear about this satanic Bible, Ernie. I'd like to pick your brain about it. I did just mention my friend Paul and Fugitive America's Most Wanted one time. I think he lived in Oklahoma the last time I heard from him. Hey, Paul, you out there? Miss you. Wonder what's going on in life. It's been like, what, 3 decades? Just curious if you know Ernie. Okay. The Bible, man. It bothers me. Okay, let's do this.
So, anyways, she's saying that Mom allowed us to watch porn. The fact of the matter is, Mom never was in her life at that time. Mom her friend had overdosed Mom. I would overdose my mom, and with PCP and angel dust. So, and it might have been LSD as well. I can't remember. So my mom lost her mind. So she didn't. When it said my mom had all this control over her, she didn't. And this is why I get mad at so many people, because they miss the big fact about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Like that documentary style video that you played today, I watched that a few times because it was so well put together. And that them watching porn as children, that's not just something that comes out of nowhere. I mean, that comes from, they literally told us.
Yeah, they literally told everything. So that video was actually made by the state social worker. She made that video for Shelby's trial so that we would have a better understanding of the family dynamic.
Yeah, because right away, the whole...
So they didn't explain much of this. What I'm assuming is, who did they say the mom made a video for Shelby's child and it was used in court? Is that what I'm hearing? Let me know. Please fill me in and help me figure this out.
Public already kind of dehumanizes him. Nobody really knows or gives him a chance. So that video kind of showed what his life was like.
Now, they talk about Shelby getting caught with the weapons. Lisa Kay said that Shelby got caught with a blunt object. According to Not Today, Not Tomorrow and Shelby, the pictures and everything that was sent to her, it was a real blade. So let's figure this out.
So there, they were talking about the P. Hey, yeah, what's the PCP? Ernie and his mom? No, he said a friend of hers shot her up with all these angel dust, PCP, and something else. LSD, he thought maybe might be one of them. But I get it a bit blunt. Oh, that was me. I forget what I was saying. Let me listen to that again. Oh, Ernie interrupted what they were talking about, which was the kitty, which was him watching the stuff with his mom, right? And he starts talking nonsense about charges that they're going to bring up later, and he tells you that. But what he's trying to do, in my opinion, is defer and deflect from that with his audience. It was bothering him, in my opinion. It was causing a stir, so he had to try to change the subject.
Weapons. Lisa Kay said that Shelby got caught with a blunt object. According to Not Today, Not Tomorrow and Shelby, the pictures and everything that was sent to her, it was a real blade. So let's figure this out. Now, they talk about Shelby getting caught.
Okay. Am I unmuted? We'll make this one pretty. It's a little bit longer. I hate sharing you these without them being edited, but I can't take it. This dude is really over there trying to run a campaign on another missing kid, and I knew that was going to happen. I said it last night to all of y'all. I knew that's what he was preparing for. See, I didn't show the live last night. I hope some of you guys went back and watched the last week of lives with Ernie, but yesterday morning Ernie was on her, maybe it was the night before, he was on her stating, oh, I got to start following crime in Kentucky. We got some strange crimes going on. Boom. That's why I came out here yesterday with the Ernie shit, because I knew exactly where he was going with it, and that's what made me search the path that he was going on and doing my little bit of research yesterday. And guess what? Highway, a fucking direct connection straight to Michigan, huh, Ernie? Lisa Kay? You have to go through Cincinnati. Prayer Gardens there. Lips is up there somewhere, Michigan courts. We have proof of that, like straight there. Her neighbor fucking sued her. Where's Summer? Where's Jade and Ernie? In my opinion, you know.
Right. And it showed how easily he was manipulated. It showed, I mean, he's been institutionalized all of his life. I mean, from 11 years old till current, he's only had 1 year. 1 year of actual street time.
That is insane to think about.
This is what I was talking about when small town cops started at a young age, like 11. Like in my situation that I was talking about earlier, one of my best friends, who was a dude, he was a little bit younger than me. We was running from the police one time. I ran from the police a lot as a child. I had a fucked up life, Ernie, just like you. It happens. Only I'm on the female side of it, right? But anyways, we was running from the police one time, and he jumped the fence. And the cop was too fat to jump the fence after him and broke his own fucking arm, chasing my friend. And the cops targeted him and targeted him and targeted him and targeted him. And now my friend's a mess. I can't even begin to go into detail and describe what somebody who was like a brother to me is like today as a result of small town policing. We'll call it that. I'm done shutting my motherfucking mouth. Especially if you motherfuckers are out here fucking around in this missing child's case and you're from my area, which I found definitive proof that you are. Enough.
Right. And it showed how easily he was manipulated. It showed, I mean, he's been institutionalized all of his life. I mean, from 11 years old till current, he's only had 1 year. 1 year of actual street time.
That is insane to think about. From 11 to, what is he now, like 38 or something like that?
He just turned, I think, 39.
Yeah, that's that like goes above and beyond saying, oh, someone spent half their life in jail. No, it's like literally from a kid until now.
Are you showing diverse? You must be that small time town sheriff, huh? Because I've been leaving him messages. He can't even pick the fucking phone up and call me back, and that's illegal. I've been trying to press charges on a few motherfuckers. He don't even pick the phone up. Who are you? You gonna come up here? Are you that obsessed with me? You're gonna take the ugliest picture? Did you go through each screen? Damn, you couldn't even take the time to edit it and make it clear. You want a link? Since you're me, come on. We can play the troll game tonight. I love it. You want a link? You're so big and bad you could copy somebody's name while hiding. I'm your twin. You wish. You want to be. In your dreams, baby. In your dreams. It could be Phoebe. Something tells me it's not. It's not me. This is not me, guys. My twin is not me. I'm obviously here talking to y'all. You can see when I type. However, like Jody Sue says, they're wearing my skin. It must be Marty Stanley's land. Somebody who's obsessed. Probably since I was a small child. I'm finding a lot of fucking weirdos. Things I can't talk about, but they'll come out with the police sooner or later. I'm just going to be sitting here waiting, whether you think I'm fucking crazy or not. I'm going to do me, boo. You do you. Okay? Love you too. Your obsession is fascinating. Maybe one day they'll do a science experiment on you.
Right. And it showed how easily he was manipulated. It showed, I mean, he's been institutionalized all of his life. I mean, from 11 years old till current, he's only had 1 year. 1 year of actual street time.
That is insane to think about. From 11 to, what is he now, like 38 or something like that?
He just turned, I think, 39.
Yeah, that like goes above and beyond saying, oh, someone spent half their life in jail. No, it's like literally from a kid until now. He only had 1 year of being a regular person.
Mm-hmm. And that was off and on, so it wasn't all combined, in 1 year. So he would be out for a couple of months, then locked back up, out for a couple of months.
So she talks about something that's very important here.
Uh-huh.
Talking about how Shelby was locked up. Well, Shelby was locked up a whole lot. And he was out and he would go back to jail.
Months, then locked back up, and then out. Same philosophy. So this last go, he was literally, November, December, probably about 3.5 months out. And this murder occurred.
And that was, so if anybody doesn't know, he was 3 months out of that situation that happened it was at South
Carolina. Yeah.
Right, okay. So it's just so weird because I have brothers from different dads and we separated at that time too, but we ended up like coming back as a family eventually. But with this, they just kind of started talking again.
Look how Ernie's frustrated after that, and frustrated here. I'm sorry, I was muted. I was saying that in a few minutes, I'm probably going to switch over to Ernie's dumbass live, so you can watch him fuck a tiger in the ass or whatever it is he fucking does over there. And I'm going to go make a pot of coffee and grab some water because, like I said, this was on the spot. I came live tonight. You could tell. And I don't have coffee. I don't have water. I didn't even prepare like I try to do. And yeah. But okay, let me start this over. But in a few minutes, if I don't find a long clip, we're just going to throw Ernie's live on and listen to him spew bullshit. Of course I am.
It's just so weird because I have brothers from different dads, and we separated at that time too, but we ended up like coming back as a family eventually. But with this, they just kind of started talking again, like 2012, 2013, around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I would say like November 29th when he got released, they started talking again. And Shelby is what I call a people pleaser. Mm-hmm. So he will do whatever it takes to please somebody. So to keep his family intact, he would definitely want to please his brother.
That is exactly what I picked up from that video of his.
Okay, so they're saying Shelby's lurking with Tiger Ops are not blocked over here. Okay, so she's right on parts of it right there. About Shelby being abused and Shelby doing it.
We're going to go back and listen to that clip too. I just caught something. I went here to monetize my... Look, I've made $65 this month, guys. I'm such a richie. I'm such a tragedy fucking pimp. If I don't make it to 100, I don't even get paid. Okay, they blocked my video yesterday. I didn't know. So I'm going to tell you why they blocked it. It says, your video, not going to lie, happy hour, what you want to see, bad 5.0, is blocked due to one or more copyright strikes. Somebody is copywriting me. That's what they do. I only have one content. I only have one strike. I don't know. This is the one I've had. They denied my appeal, but I don't even think, what was that about? I don't even remember. I'd have to go look. But as you can see, every time I share something, they strike me. So that's why I have to watch how I share things. The shit's ridiculous. So what we're going to do is, it says what happened. There are visibility restrictions on your video. Your channel isn't affected. Okay, so this was just yesterday. It's an old live. It's not even a live I did yesterday. And it should be struck. I used real music in that. So we're going to forget that. But I just want to show you guys what goes on my channel. And what these people do. And then I'm going to let you watch real quick how I go to my content. We're going to go to live. Look, some of my lives aren't even. I have to share revenue with people when I share things. You can click that. So anybody's content I share, if you want to share revenue with me, I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem. I have many lives that are ineligible. I'm not on here tragedy pimping like people accuse me of. Jody Sue, hi, how you doing, buddy? But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my monetization on. And I'm also going to go put my thumbnail in, see everything I save. I'm an open book, guys. I ain't got a motherfucking thing to hide from nobody. Let's do the fun one. You guys want to pick my thumbnail? Here, because they blocked one, we'll use this one again. Okay? I got to make a few new ones. Channel content. Back to Ernie. Full transparency with my subs. Can you do the same, Ernie? Let's see your studio.
It's just so weird because I have brothers from different dads, and we separated at that time too, but we ended up like coming back as a family eventually. But with this, they just kind of started talking again, like 2012, 2013, around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I would say like November 29th when he got released, they started talking again. And Shelby is what I call a people pleaser. Mm-hmm. So he will do whatever it takes to please somebody. So to keep his family intact, he would definitely want to please his brother.
That is exactly what I picked up from that video of his.
Okay, so they're saying Shelby's lurking with Tiger Ops. You're not blocked over here. Okay, so
Shelby respected Ernie prior to the.
She's right on parts of it, right there. About Shelby being abused and Shelby doing this and Shelby doing that. Shelby ran with killers. Shelby ran with James Price. Shelby ran with Mike Long.
But it was your buddies that he was arrested with, Ernie. Dixon, right? Is that a name I heard? Keith Dixon or something? Them was your friends. You're sticking up for them and you're going after the criminals that your brother, who has been forced to make friends with because he's been locked up since a young age, you're trying to name them, in my opinion. Notice where you cut that. Let's go back and listen again. Like, seriously, these clips need to be listened to 2 and 3 times. I tried to do the best I could so that I could break them down for you guys with my complete thoughts.
It's just so weird because I have brothers from different dads, and we separated at that time too, but we ended up like coming back as a family eventually. But with this, they just kind of started talking again, like 2012, 2013, around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I would say like November 29th when he got released, they started talking again. And Shelby is what I call a people pleaser. Mm-hmm. So he will do whatever it takes to please somebody. So to keep his family intact, he would definitely want to please his brother.
That is exactly what I picked up from that video of his.
Okay, so they're saying Shelby's lurking with Tiger Ops. You're not blocked over here. Okay, so she's right on parts of it, right there. About Shelby being abused and Shelby doing this and Shelby doing that. Shelby ran with killers. Shelby ran with James Price. Shelby ran with Mike Long, Jimmy Long.
Truth, Miriam, I haven't followed any of it, and I don't even know what Jimbo's rule was yet. This is like my introduction to Shelby's case. Last night, what I watched with Ernie was my introduction. Like, I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never sat long enough to put it together because I've never suspected Ernie the way I suspect him the last few weeks. If that makes sense. Like, I knew he was in with Dusty and the Psychics, but I was thinking more of a money laundering situation since Ziggy married Fred. But the more connections I'm thinking about from my past that possibly know Ernie and the way they can go and the way I can't, I'm sorry guys, I can't connect them for you. I couldn't even make sense of it. I would have to start from the very beginning of my life and start with each and every motherfucking day to be able to do so. And it's like a mess in my head. It's like you know who your family is and where these people could and can and probably will connect, but you're not going to come out here and make assumptions when you don't know fact, if you know what I'm saying. Who's the other? What do you mean? Hey, Paula, how are you tonight, honey? Yeah, I suspect him in many, many crimes. And the thing that's scary to me is he travels so often. One of the things I want to do as I get deeper into this, deeper into Ernie, one of the things I want to do is check what people went missing between him and his trip to New York while he was gone. So if anybody can get me exact dates and where he was with proof, I'd fucking greatly appreciate it. Yeah, everyone knows. I'm going to tell you what. Covering Summer's case, the one thing I learned is it's a small motherfucking world. No matter where you live. I picked up a case 6, 7, 8 hours away from me in Rogersville, Tennessee. I live in Pittsburgh, PA. It's two different worlds. Never in a million years. It was funny to me, like the lawsuits kept coming one after the other, after the other, after the other. Well, I started getting fed information right after the lawsuits were all dropped. And I promise you guys, I have someone out here protecting me. I don't know who it is for sure. I have feelings, and we're not going to talk about that. Nita, I'd really like to hear about your son, Bob Thrasher, that you're denying. Hey, you related to Neil Gelker by chance? Like your sister or ex brother in law, or is it the aunt that raised Bob? Lincoln Borough, right? Okay.
James Price.
I heard.
Oh my God! I mean, just you name it, he ran with them. Okay, he ran with them. So when she's talking about all this right here, she's putting a story together, trying to, but she's failing. And you'll see the pinpoints in a minute.
I have a feeling Ernie has some Pittsburgh cousins. That's what I have a feeling about. Okay, this was what clip was this? 1 minute and 35 seconds. All right, after I think I'm going to skip the next clip. Okay, so I have a couple clips in here. If I get to them, I'm not going to tell you why, because we're going to hear them. However, it's something I don't want to cover right now. It was just little clips from these clips I took out to compare a voice. You might hear it. Maybe I will play it. I'm not going to say anything. I just want to hear you say if you think the person on the other line talking with whatever this is going on here might be someone by the name of Lisa K. Fuck it, let's just skip ahead. I'm not saying it is. Please don't peg me as crazy. Every time I do this, people go, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. But there's certain little things, accents that make me feel like there might be a voice changer being used here. You ready?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Where was I? Right here. After this clip, I'm going to go grab coffee and we're going to go watch Ernie live. Strike me, bitch. How you know Bam, Ernie? You want to tell me? Because Bam got real fucking funny with me. You out there, Bam? Danny, ain't that your real name? Isn't that what I asked you when you quit writing me? Nice to meet you. Hey, my stepdad died. Did you know that? Just in case that is you.
What came first, or was most of his crimes? Was it this? Because a lot of it is like, is it burglaries? Pretty much.
Burglaries, theft, you name it, as far as that's concerned. Like any. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Larceny. Let's talk about it. 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 Let's talk about it.
What came first, or was most of his crimes? Was it this? Because a lot of it is like, is it burglaries? Pretty much.
Burglaries, theft, you name it. As far as that's concerned, like any grand larceny was his actual charge in South Carolina. So yeah, I mean, he literally also
Grand larceny was his child. Lisa Kay said he stole a vehicle, right?
No, I don't put any validity in what Lisa Kay has to say.
So let's talk right here. So grand larceny. So everybody that's new in the chat.
Watch how mad he gets. No, Danny, I wasn't talking about you. I might have said a name closer to you. Hi, Jessel. Welcome to chat. Hey, Janet. Never seen you here before. I love when the new ones come in. I hope you guys are good. Sub up. Okay.
What came first, or was most of his crimes? Was it this? Because a lot of it is like, is it burglaries? Pretty much.
burglaries, theft, you name it. As far as that's concerned, like any grand larceny was his actual charge in South Carolina. So yeah, I mean, he literally also
Grand larceny was his child. Lisa Kay said he stole a vehicle, right?
No, I don't put any validity in what Lisa Kay has to say.
So let's talk right here. So grand larceny. So everybody that's new in the chat, grand larceny. Grand. So, okay, so
yeah, no, Danny.
Seems like there wasn't any assault type crimes, connected to other crimes. It was just the crime in general.
So grand larceny is what he's told both these women. But Shelby Shell.
Okay, so here's, in my opinion, here's what they did. They took all of his charges, they dropped a few, they gave him a higher charge, they combined them. That's what happens at a preliminary hearing. You go into a preliminary hearing and all the attorneys sit down together and they come together, especially in a commonwealth. I live in a commonwealth. They'll put all your shit together and then they'll decide, okay, well, let's drop this. What do we think can stick? They go through the charges that they think can stick, and then they'll combine the charges and raise them or lower them. It depends on what the attorneys from both sides, along with a whole crew of other people, decide to do. So this is fucking idiotic, Ernie, and you've been to jail enough times to know that. Quit acting like a dumbass. I'll replay it, and then I'm going to go get coffee and put his live on.
What came first, or was most of his crimes? Was it this? Because a lot of it is like, is it burglaries? Pretty much.
burglaries, theft, you name it. As far as that's concerned, like any grand larceny was his actual charge in South Carolina. So yeah, I mean, he literally also
Grand larceny was his child. Lisa Kay said he stole a vehicle, right?
No, I don't put any validity in what Lisa Kay has to say.
So let's talk right here. So grand larceny. So everybody that's new in the chat, grand larceny. Grand. So, okay, so
Seems like there wasn't any assault type crimes, connected to other crimes. It was just the crime in general.
So grand larceny is what he's told both these women.
And the other thing is that Shelby didn't have those violent crime things in his past. He wasn't a violent criminal. Shelby did robberies, stolen cars, drugs, money, from what I'm hearing. I haven't looked. This is just based off of what we just heard. But it seems to me Shelby didn't have a history of violent crimes. Now, does Ernie? I don't know. I never looked into his past. I know Andrew Hiltz does. You like dragging people in the woods, Andrew? Beating them over the head? Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Extremely condescending.
But Shelby Shell, if you type in, let me just see this here. Okay, so I want to say.
So what you're witnessing here is Ernie looking for Shelby's charges, right? And whatever he finds, he doesn't like. So he just puts it to the side and forgets it after he makes everybody sit in patience. Like he's going to bring some information out and prove somebody wrong, but he can't.
South Carolina.
Must suck being an idiot, Ernie.
Just to see what it says. Wow. So trying to find this, all I can find is the Commonwealth stuff because it oversides other stuff. Anyways, going back to this, I want to pinpoint a few things out.
So stole for other people to please them. There's a lot that goes with this.
Before I go, because Objection BS said they like the song is killing them. This is the second day I'm tired of it. I have a few made here. What do you think of this one? We'll add a new one. I named it Lullaby for a Criminal. What do you think, Ernie? Sounds like a funeral song, huh? That was the vibe I was going for. We're looking at Ernie's funeral, in my opinion. We'll go with that one. What do you think? Okay, hold on. Share this tab instead. Let's upload the file. I'm going to have to turn the volume down. We'll test it out before I go put his live on and go do what I got to do here. There's a few other Ernie things I want to show you tonight, too. Okay, let's see. Audio. Here it is. What did we have that on? 6. Let's test it out, guys.
What came first, or was most of his crimes? Was it this? Because a lot of it is like, is it burglaries, pretty much?
Burglaries, theft, you name it, as far as that's concerned. Like, grand larceny was his actual charge in South Carolina. So, yeah, I mean, he literally also...
Grand larceny was his child. Lisa Kay said he stole a vehicle, right?
I'll name the next one that, Paula. Don't let me forget. A song for Ernie. Next time you're in here, we'll do it, okay?
Now, I don't put any validity in what Lisa Kay has to say.
So let's talk right here. So grand larceny. So everybody that's new in the chat.
Well, Paula, in my opinion, nothing directly, and I don't mean to be rude, but I cover all crime. And the thing I think, if it would have anything to do with Summer, would be that Ernie is a known criminal that gets away with a lot of criminal activity. And maybe if he was in jail for the unaliving of this mayor instead of Shelby, Summer wouldn't be missing. So, yeah, it actually does have a lot to do with Summer and any other child that may go missing in the future. Right, Ernie? I'm going to put his live one and go do what I got to do. I'll be right back.
And Tina came up for a little bit of spell, just a little bit, enough to say she didn't want to participate. So she took her ball and went home. Tina went home last night. All right. Thank you all. Now, a lot of people have been messaging me, and I'm telling you, you can't go out nowhere. You can't go out nowhere in this place. So I want to thank the state police and a couple of different posts. I'm not going to name the posts. We'll probably find out who they are. I do thank you guys. I thank you guys for actually getting in touch with me and letting me know that there is help out there for these towns. You see, the problem is it common for a young boy just to go missing? Kind of reminds you of the Summer Wells thing, right? For somebody just to vanish in thin air. That's our children, people. Kentucky in 27, all this will change. And it will change for the best. No longer will people have to worry about whether or not their children are safe from these evil, vile creatures, these demons that you and I both call child predators and child traffickers. I said this, and I mean it. I've told everyone, if I run, I will win. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was looking at my emails about that too. Now, what I did is I left my email up on this wallpaper here. The mother is very, very, let's just say, suspicious, to say the least about it. But the thing about it is, we will be there, and I'm not going to tell you when. I don't tell you when. I'm not going to tell you when. And yes, we will be helping and working with the police. Now, we're getting together resources right now, because if you heard the interview, the Kentucky State Police has exhausted their resources. They're expanding far out. But the thing about it is, people have to come together. There's still time. There's still time. Now, I haven't even got to hardly even dig into this yet. But tomorrow we start. We start the hunt for Jaden Spicer. We do that tomorrow. I think that's the best way possible You see, when you get over to places like Hazard, Kentucky, Jackson, Kentucky, and you get over in that area, you find out that you're not just going against time right now, but you're going against nature, you're going against the terrain, you're going to be going against the environment. There's so many things in the mountains that can happen. I believe the mother got rid of this child, and I haven't even got to look at it hardly. But there's too many things out there. And yeah, Mom is very, very smart about this. And I want to talk to you in email here later, or probably tomorrow. But there's a lot that's going on with this case about the mother in general. You see, when these things usually happen about these missing children, if you look, 90%, the statistics show 90% of this comes back to the family. Comes back to the family. Whether it's some jealous member, whether it's an ex, whatever it is. So, in order to take this case, when we take on this case, we have to do a little bit of history searching. There has to be a little bit of history to it. But I think that everything's going to be okay when it comes to finding out who's going to help us and who's not, because people's already been reaching out to me as well. And they're like, hey, look, we got you. We got you. We're ready. We're ready. But are you really ready? Are we just going to stand outside and just hold a sign? Are we really just holding a sign, people? Or are we really going to get in the mud, get in the deep, and are we going to dig for it? You see, that's the difference between people who just says, hey, I want to go and do this, I want to go and do that. Hey, you get out there when it comes time to do it, you just pretty much turn away. You see, it takes people, it takes that heart, it takes that Kentucky strength to join in. To join in, dig down, not just a foot or two, but deep. When you're in these mountains are unforgiving. How many people goes missing inside these places? Think about it. And they're never, ever found. I was born and raised in Kentucky, exactly. Know the mountains like the back of my hand. I know how to go from one ridge, go all the way across to another state. Yes. I never knew when my papa and my family members was teaching me these traits and I was learning. I never knew one day that they would actually come in handy. I'll just be honest with you. I never knew it, but they do. They have before and they will again. The mountains is unlike any other place on this world. When you get in these hills, it ain't just mountains, it's hills. When you get in here, you get in this wooded areas, you get up here in this uneven ground, you never know what to expect. Self-service is not the best in Breathitt County, exactly. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Would I want this all documented? I do. Do I want it on live? No. No. And I'm telling you why it's not going to be on live. Unlike the Summer Wells projects that are always broadcasted on live. What can you do? What can you really offer if you're pretty much putting it out there to everybody on live? You're too focused on the live itself. You miss things. You're going to miss something. And you may miss something very, very valuable. And if you miss that one thing, that one lead, the lead is where it's at. It could be a word. A lead could even come as an expression on someone's face to give you a clue. But if you don't have that clue and you miss your lead, guess what? You have nothing. So if you're sitting there busy watching YouTube and listening to what other people think, you may miss out. And if you miss out on that, you may go off the trail all in general. You may just get off the trail. And if you fall off that trail, are you going to be able to easily get back up on the track? I don't think so. Because then you got to backtrack. And here we know we step to the side to look at other options. We never take a step back. People, when it gets bad, when it gets hard, when you take that step back, guess what? You're returning from where you just came from, which is a waste of time. You take a step to the side and you look at whatever object or problem or even obstacle. You look at it and you have different options. You attack it a different way. Same way with this stuff. If you take a step back, guess what? You
take a step back. We're going to dig. We're going to dig so hard, Big Earn. Ain't we? I'm betting that's what they used to call you. Big Earn. Ooh, sorry, guys. That took me a minute. My cats wanted water. My granddaughter came in. My son came in and bitched because my bandwidth is all being used with me live and he wants to play the fucking PlayStation. Too bad he has to wait. He ain't supposed to have a channel. Doesn't it seem like he's on the run right now? Like, does anybody know if he has any warrants for his arrest? Like, just the shit he's doing is so odd. All right. We're going back to this. As you can see, Ernie is very deeply getting ready to exploit this little boy, just as I predicted yesterday. And it's going to be relentless. And, you know, he has contracts. And, oh, yeah, before we do that, let's just refresh ourselves. I have a 12-minute video. Whew. Did I leave it up? I started my live with this video yesterday. I believe the section I want us to watch is only 12 minutes long. Yeah, it is. So we're going to watch this real quick and it'll explain to you why, again, just a refresh from yesterday. I don't like to do this every day, but sometimes I like to come live the next day and refresh why we're talking about what we're talking about. And I want to make sure that we get Jaden's picture out there. And I want to make sure we get, because I do think this is all going to connect. And I think Ernie's going to be at the bottom of it. So we're going to go find also remind me before the live's over to look for Summer Wells missing photo and let's share that. Let me go to my folders. Hold on. Thought I had it right in the beginning of my uploads. I don't know why I don't. Okay, this is what Summer looked like when she went missing. This is her age progressed photo. Summer was 5 years old, 40 pounds, 4 foot tall at the time of her disappearance on June 15th, 2021. She disappeared. The 911 call was called in about 6:30. A lot of people speculate that she disappeared anytime between 2:30 and 6:30. So if you have any tips or information, hold on. If you have any tips or information, please make sure you call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Summer Wells has blonde hair, blue eyes. Again, at the time of her disappearance, she was 40 pounds and 4 foot tall. So the warrant he did have was for his grand larceny for the van. Yeah, he served time on that. Unsupervised probation. I feel like they're watching him. Although if they were, maybe Jaden wouldn't be gone. But that's why we're going to watch this video from yesterday, guys. Please make sure, go into my community post, scroll down, share Summer's picture. To me, it's still very important. Even if Summer, sadly, is not here anymore, there might be somebody who's seen something on that day that might lead to the person who's responsible for Summer not being here. Or at least people or answers. Hopefully we get a few arrests.
I'm unblocking. I'm going to unblock everybody. I'm unblocking everybody because listen why, and I'm going to tell you. But first off, I want to say this. I just want to take a moment right now. I want to give my deepest gratitude to all my supporters and my moderators. You're the backbone of everything I've done and everything I'll ever do. I want you to know that. To the supporters who have supported me throughout the years, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for believing in me. You stood by me. I want you to think, you showed up and you showed me encouragement. You showed me that energy. You showed me loyalty. When I say your support fuels the mission, it's your voice that gives it the power. To the moderators, all my moderators, you are that quiet strength behind the scenes. You keep things balanced, respectful, and safe. I admire your dedication, your patience, and the time that you take out of your day to give to this community. This journey would not be the same without any of you. You're not just followers. You're not just subscribers. You're not just my moderators. You're not just my friends. You're like my family. From the bottom of my heart, I thank all you all. I see you, even though sometimes the messages are flying. I appreciate you. And most importantly, I get to move forward because of all of you. I thought about this morning how I was going to do this. And I came up with one simple way. Just from the heart. Right now, I'm going to unblock everybody. But I will say this. The moderators has choice to do what they want to do. They have the control. I'm giving everyone one chance. This channel's changing from this day forward. We've got some important things to do. And not only do we have to change that mindset, we have to change that attitude as well. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and block everybody.
This is your last chance, guys. Moderators, I ask you, do not mod. Do not mod from your feelings and personal feelings, please. Please. Everybody's unblocked. Now, from here on out, this channel is going to be more about unlocking reality. Now, the reason it's called Unlock Your Reality is because we don't just base ourselves on one situation or one subject. By doing this, and the name of the company, pretty much, their YouTube channel, we focus on everything, and we have that ability to.
Yeah, Paula. Or no, who said that? Miriam, since August 4th, the day before Jaden went missing, he had that name. This is what we're listening to. He literally just told you the day he changed it.
If you take a look at this wallpaper, this layout up here, everything in it, everything with it, it's because Ghost owns Tiger Ops. Well, you're getting ready to find out otherwise. I'm just saying, just saying. Now, everything in this, there's something very important. Something very important in it. This will not be a long live, and there'll be no more 3 or 4 hour lives anymore. And we're going to get down to the point. I finished my contract last night. I finished my contract last night. I said goodbye. That was hard. That was very, very hard.
It's been 3 days of unanswered questions. Where is 10-year-old Jaden Spicer? What happened to him? And is there hope that he's still alive?
My honest to God opinion is something's happened to that child, and it's broke my heart. Because somebody would have found something like that. Yeah, I'm praying for the Lord to show us, he's okay or to find him. But then my mind is like, it's just.
3 days of unanswered questions. Where is 10-year-old Jaden Spicer? What happened to him? And is there hope that he's still alive?
My honest to God opinion is something's happened to that child, and it's broke my heart. Because somebody would have found something by now. Yeah, I'm praying for the Lord to show us, he's okay or to find him. But then my mind is like, it's just a recovery.
The blonde-haired, blue-eyed 10-year-old was last seen around 9 p.m. on August 5th wearing blue Sonic the Hedgehog pajamas. He reportedly went missing from his home in the area of Panbull Branch Road in Jackson either overnight or in the early hours of Wednesday morning.
Upon arrival of units on scene, they immediately began a search of the immediate area, followed by a larger scale search that's been followed out in conjunction with Breath County Emergency Management, along with multiple search and rescue teams.
As day 3 of the search comes to a close, KSP says they've exhausted all resources at their disposal, and they've decided to expand the search beyond the area of Panbull Branch.
Unfortunately, we've not been able to locate a lot of evidence suggesting that he would be close by. So, unfortunately, we're kind of at the same spot we were when we started the search.
KSP sent Fox 56 a picture of this note written by Jaden's mother asking for prayers for her family and her son. Tonight, the community came together at the Panbull Church to do just that.
I just hope and pray he's found. But I really afraid we're not going to find him.
We must continue hope, but unfortunately, at this point, where we're at in the investigation, it's a race against the clock. We're essentially at kind of our last leg. We need to locate him immediately.
Anyone with information that may help in the search is encouraged to contact Kentucky State Police. They say they're taking all possibilities relating to his disappearance into consideration. In Jackson, Jay Sobardo, Fox 56 News.
done it, and I've done it in a way to say to hell and fuck her. Here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. Anytime she goes after somebody, she always goes right ahead and goes to either Lisa Kay or Constance Sue. And both of them have nothing to say. She is getting ready to get the biggest fooling of her life. Katie is a hate channel. It is a hate channel because she guides it. She guides the listeners. She guides them to believe how she wants them to believe. Let me say this. I am so glad that I do not ever have to go on that panel ever again. Thank God. I've done it, and I've done it in a way to say to hell and fuck her. Exactly. The better off you're going to be. She don't want you. She don't want nothing to do with you. She hates you. She hates you because you do not believe as she does. Let me say this. I've got a bunch of friends here in California. She hates me. When she get ready to get a bad fooling, I'm getting ready to bust her chops so bad it ain't funny. And we're just waiting. I'm glad that I'm done with her. I have no reason, and she has no reason to be a part of me ever again. She needs to drop my name out of her mouth. Drop my name out of her mouth is what she needs to do. She has no content. She's over there asking them, do you think that, she said this. This is how big of an idiot that she is. She said, exact words, she said, do you think I'm hating? Am I hating? When you have to ask someone if you're hating, well, guess what? You're hating, okay? If you have to ask someone if you're hating on somebody and what they think, guess what? You're hating. You are a hater. You're hating, okay? That's just plain and simple. She ought to know better. She should have knew better. She should have knew better. I'm telling you, she should have knew better to ask that question. She is an idiot. She is an echo chamber. Exactly, Hasty. She is an echo chamber. All she does, let me tell you what people come over there for. It's because of a little bit of charisma she has. And she's a female. That's why. And here's the thing, and I'm going to be honest with you. I was fooled by her. I'm going to tell you right now, I think she is a disgusting piece of burnt, melted, cannot dispose of, cannot recycle piece of plastic is what she is. She's fake. She is so fake. That is one of the most fakest. I've seen people who are on YouTube and their content is about being fake. She is fake. If there ever was a term for fake, it says C blame Kate. I think it just kind of happened. I'm going to quit going over there. I'm going over there right now. I hope she got my account blocked anyways. I'm not going back over there. But we're going to come up with an idea, guys. So in 2 days, guys, we're going to be on the scene with Austin Drummond. So we're gonna take it apart and do it the way it needs to be done. I signed another contract this morning. Well, yesterday, and it went into effect. I signed another contract this morning. Well, yesterday, and it went into effect today. 12 after midnight last night. She is getting ready to get the biggest fooling of her life.
Let's take a look at some of the other stories making headlines tonight. In Breathitt County, state police are searching for 10-year-old Jaden Spicer. He was last seen Wednesday night near Panbull Branch Road in the Jackson community. Spicer was wearing blue Sonic the Hedgehog pajamas at the time. If you have any information, call state police.
Beanie, don't message me right now because I swear to God, I'll drive after I do this, I'll drive Plum to Texas. I'll jerk your little sorry ass out and I'll beat
I'll
you
just let it
fucking
play.
into your
I'll
life.
just
I
again,
swear to God, I
we'll
will.
let this play.
Don't fucking message me again.
Commentary yesterday on his anger, and I'm going to show you more of his anger.
I'll break you. I'll reach down into your fucking soul and tear your ribs plumb out one by one. I'll break your fucking collarbone. I'll snap your damn ribs with my bare hands. Don't fucking message me again. Don't fucking message me again. Don't do it, boy.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is cut this. Yesterday, oh, I don't know why I did that. Yesterday, I made a video. It's long. I'll probably skip through because it's unedited. Keep doing that. I'll tell them. Let me make sure. Oh, damn it. I forgot I was supposed to go over that with you guys tonight. You know what? Let's skip ahead. Can I forget Ernie for a little bit? Just for a little while? Because as I said, I also think Fred plays into this, and my daughter's missing tablet from years ago that I sent to the police that I asked them to take out of evidence storage, where I can swear to God I seen Andy's father luring my daughter, having her take her clothes off, and I had to call the police and they had to come get my daughter's tablet. My daughter gave me some information about that today. Hey, I want to let you guys all know if that was Andy's dad on the other side and it comes out, I talked to my daughter about testifying in court. And if she was targeted, it's going to be double worse. I'm going to make sure charges stick. So, Mr. George Bernard, if you was even on my daughter's shit, you better pray to God the wrath of the devil comes, because I promise you I can go farther than the depths of hell. Is that understood? This is a call yesterday. 2 calls. I called the AmeriCorps yesterday. It was an interesting conversation. There's only one little part I want you guys to listen to. This pertains to Layla and Summer, of course. It's 2 calls. I had to call the main number to get the number to the desk because I couldn't find it online, and they gave me the number to AmeriCorps. Nothing is edited. Not one damn thing in this is edited. So you're getting the full conversation. I didn't get a chance to edit it today, or I just really ignored my life today. But I will edit it and fix it so it's more understood and you guys can hear it all. But it's 14 minutes long. Some of it might be mumbo jumbo. I might have to skip through because, like I said, it's unedited. But let's give it a listen. I'm just going to come off panel. I would like to get your thoughts. I am going to end my live at 2 hours, and we can continue with Ernie tomorrow. I'll put the clip that I ended with so that I remember where to start tomorrow. Okay, or whenever, you know how I go. But let's listen to this. I just want you to hear the confirmation that Carrot and Elliot did work there at one time. Make sure you're listening for that. I'll tell them. Oh my goodness, I gotta cough.
Live agent about an existing or past reservation, press 1. To speak with a live agent to make a reservation, obtain pricing information, or to determine hotel availability, press 2. For reservations of 9 or more rooms, your reservation needs to be handled by a specialized team. For reservations of 9 or more rooms, press press 1. Otherwise, please hold for the next available agent.
Actually, I lie. I want you to listen to my I just remembered what my conversation was. When we get to the actual AmeriCorps in Kingsport, listen deeply to that conversation. I want you to hear how the dynamics of this hotel that Layla disappeared after leaving from works. I want you to hear who lives there, who rents there, and things like that. It's extremely interesting, to be honest with you. I just remembered what I talked to her about. Okay.
So you know, this call may be recorded for quality purposes. Thank you for calling this My name is Tom. Do I have the pleasure today?
Yeah, hi. First, let me tell you that this call is being recorded not for the same purposes of you, but I'm a YouTube creator. But I'm calling because there is a employee that worked at the AmeriCorps in Kingsport, Tennessee, who is possibly a suspect in a missing child's case. I'm trying to find out if she was working on a certain date. Is there any way I can get the phone number to the AmeriCorps in Kingsport, Tennessee, so that I could call their desk directly?
That is something I'm able to do for you. So just allow me to so that I get the phone number for you. Then you can just reach them.
Okay. This first call really is bullshit. Let's just try to skip through all that. Is this the AmeriCorps in Kingsport, Tennessee at 1900 American Way?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm calling. First, let me tell you before I go forward that I am recording this call. I'm a YouTube creator. My YouTube channel's name is Crystal Crime and Music. But I'm calling because I have a few questions. I know that you had an employee in around the time that Layla Santinella had gone missing that worked at your hotel who was also a neighbor of Summer Moon Utah Wells that's missing in Kingsport. So her name is Karen Elliott. I was wondering, can you tell me how long Karen's been employed at your hotel?
Unfortunately, there is no Karen Elliott who is employed.
She's not employed there any longer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, was she employed there when Layla went missing? So she goes on to tell me it's really hard to hear this. I got to fix the feedback on this. I'll tell you what she's saying, and I'm going to try to turn it down a little. I think turning it down might fix it a little. She said Karen Elliott is no longer employed there. She doesn't know who was working when Layla went missing. And I don't expect her to even be allowed to answer the questions I had. However, as somebody who's bringing you information, I have to ask, right? You got to try. However, this lady did talk a lot to me. Let's hope we can hear this better. If not, I'll clean it up and I'll post it.
I myself am not exactly sure. I happen to work in the location very
Okay. Let's try something else too. You know when she was fired? Or was she fired or did she quit? You know?
I'm not exactly sure. A lot of what I've heard from the other employees who have been here for a little bit of time is that a lot of people just
Okay. All right. Do you know anything? Are you able to comment on a lot of what she heard from the other employees there at the time is she just quit or something. I believe that's what she said. Man, this is really hard to hear. I hate that. Why did it record like this? Like I said, it's unedited. Anything about Layla Santinello or how the hotel feels about her disappearance? Is there any active looking for her? Or, I mean, she was last seen at your hotel, so.
I can't speak for everyone else. I hadn't heard about it until a little bit earlier this year when I was looking into working in a hotel.
So this lady hasn't worked at the hotel since Layla went missing. She started working there shortly after, is what she's telling me.
So I haven't seen what any other people have posted or commented on what they think has happened.
Okay. Do you know, or I guess, do you know, is there a lot of police activity at your hotel? Is there a lot of, like, I understand you shouldn't answer certain questions, absolutely, and I don't want to put your job in jeopardy. But do you know, and most hotels have a lot of crime and prostitution, but do you know, is this something that has been looked into often coming out of that location, or have you ever felt scared working there? Or, I mean, I know it's not the employee's fault. You can't help who goes into the hotel rooms. I'm not trying to accuse y'all of anything. I'm just trying to see if there's ever been, like, is there a lot of police activity there?
Not in the most recent years. They've really gotten it under control. Anybody.
Since Layla's gone missing, she's telling me the last couple years they've really gotten it under control. I'm going to let it play, but I'm going to give you a runabout of what she told me because this is really hard to hear. They've gotten it under control, but yes, there was a lot of police activity at this hotel, and no, she doesn't fear for her safety there. She feels safe.
Pertains to be an issue. They are not allowed on our property. So I think in the last year, maybe, we've gotten rid of a lot of the problem residents. So now it feels very safe. We have multiple security cameras. We have on-site security.
So, in layman's terms, what she's telling me is that around the times that Layla and Summer went missing, this hotel was a problem spot. But it is no longer. They've cleaned it up. They've gotten rid of a lot of the problems. That's my take on what she was telling me. However, I'm just going to give you the next rundown. The next rundown is that people live there. It's a long-term stay hotel. A lot of people that live there are there because they're low income. They can't afford to go other places. There are a few children that live in the hotel that terrifies the fucking life out of me. She didn't give me names or anything like that, but there are a few children that live inside that hotel area, and it's, like I said, long-term stay. The longest somebody has lived there is 8 years that she knows of. And let me see if I can. Yeah, I hate that too. Let me see if we can make out what else she says. If not, like I said, I promise I'll try to clean this up.
And some of my coworkers live on site as well. So working here, I feel relatively safe. Like, I don't ever feel like there's any kind of issues. And if I ever do feel uncomfortable, I can call one of the 4 people that are right down the walkway from me.
That's amazing. So they have 4 other people that work there that she could call if she does feel threatened or scared. It's not a good location. It's not a good hotel. It's a job. this woman probably risked it talking to me and telling me a little bit of the things she told me about the dynamics of the hotel. I hope she did not. I did not get her name for that reason. However, I did call yesterday after I ended my live because dumbass Karen Elliott was live over there, so I knew the bitch wasn't working if she still worked there. So I took it to my advantage. Instead of watching dumbass Six Up and Karen Elliott, I decided to take the time and make a phone call about Karen. Hi, bitch. Good to hear. I'm glad. I didn't know that a lot of people lived there. I thought it was just a regular hotel. So, are they usually long-term residents?
We are an extended stay hotel, so we do offer longer stays than normal hotels do.
What's the average or the longest you've known of somebody living there? Who was it? Which name? I can't remember. Which name did Ziggy or Karen? One of them two said it in my chat and in my text message. Everly. I think it was Everly that lived at this hotel. Yeah, keep that in mind. But there was another guy too. Oh, fuck. What was his name? Jamie Cox. However, Karen Elliott ended up telling me Jamie Cox lived upstairs of the gas station that they all say they got pictures of Andy at, that Fred was at. Telling us he was there. I was there that day. Okay. So you're going to say Andy was there to what? Give yourself an alibi? To give somebody else, to accuse somebody else of something? I'm not saying Andy don't have shit to do with it. I think he knows something, but I think he was at work, and I think he knows what the fuck his sleazy family's into. Right, Paulie? In my opinion. Want to grab a link? You ain't been out here yet. George Bernard, I'm telling you, I'm not the one. Let me find out you tried to lure my kid, dude. Let me find out that was your big ogre, hairy fucking face and fucking fat stomach on the fucking tablet when I see my daughter. It is in police custody, and it did look like you. Let me find out, because I'm going to tell you what, you fucked with the wrong one, and I will make sure that Bubba bends your ass over.
The longest I've known of somebody living here, I think, was up to, I think it's like 7 years.
Wow. I didn't realize you could do that in a lot of, I mean, I know they have the extent. No, she doesn't have a channel. Not this shit again. She has 6 Up. And now I guess the Circle Jerks and Gavel Geeks and Ryan Finds Truth and that whole gang of people deets. They all gang up together. Karen Elliott has many names and faces and names she chats under. No Not Today is one of them. Ellie Mae is another. She has a group of creators that protect her. Karen Elliott also lived in Pennsylvania for an extended period of time and would know people around here. Right, bitch? You see, people in Rogersville are scared of you. You ain't met Glassport yet. Not the real Glassport. Quit fucking around in my community. And for those of you from my community that are out here fucking around, I promise you, you're going to be butt fucking Karen with a fucking dildo handshake made from a fucking prison cell. Friends or not. I find out who backstabbed me out here over there on Ziggy's. You know, your little Diana and Country Girl and your little fake fucking profiles. Them are locals to me, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm speculating. Since I come out here and make everybody related to me, you're right, We Can Bring You Hope is definitely connected to my community. Do some fucking research on it, and you can figure that out for your own motherfucking self. So when you find out they are out here fucking around in a kid's case, and it might even pertain to you and your family and something criminally that your family might have been doing that you didn't know about, yeah, I'm going to come out here and say something with no motherfucking fear. Come get me. I sleep with my motherfucking doors open. Unlocked. I'm waiting for you. I have a metal bar. I'm going to go get it. Before you even pull the fucking trigger, I promise I'll have your head fucking bashed in. No fucks given. Come for me. the States, but 7 to 8 years. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine?
I can't live in a hotel room for that long. But
Oh, hell
there's
no.
a lot of residents who have been here for a consistent amount of time. They are aware that when they sign their paperwork, they know that this is not a permanent residence. We are considered a hotel offers longer term amenities.
Okay.
So more of like a stepping stone between processes. You can find your home.
Now, is there a lot of children that live there?
Not very many. A lot of them range between younger, like early mid-20s, some couples who are trying to find housing and looking into finding.
So she's telling you what I just told you. Not really a lot of children. There are a few. And it's really couples, 18 or whatever, and then some elderly people that live there long term till they find housing. Did Ellie and Hunter and them, did they stay in this AmeriCorps when they moved to Tennessee? Is it maybe something they lived in while Ellie was waiting for housing in that program she went through in Kingsport where they gave her certificate and she's online showing it? And then they had a party, I think, or something had fucking happened and she was visiting that church down in Kingsport. I can't think of the name of it right now. And Frank Light was in line with her photographs, eating food. Yeah, I'll find all that one day. We'll get there again. I covered it before. It was ignored. I was silenced with 5 lawsuits. I had to quit covering it.
More options. And then some of the older communities who have lost their houses due to storms or just health reasons. So they're here too.
Okay, man, I really appreciate this. Thank you so much for answering my questions, knowing you're being recorded. I'm not gonna go too much more. I don't want to get. That's sorry. I bought this bowl. I come out here and I bragged about it. This bong. It's the worst fucking bong. It won't come clean. I gotta get some 420 solution or something. I'm gonna get sick from it. Look at that. I soaked it. I boiled it. I gotta get a bottle brush and some alcohol or some 420 solution and try to clean it. I'm gonna quit smoking this and roll one. But that's pretty much my information on that. And because I showed that, we'll go over a couple. Fucking damn. We'll go over a couple more Ernie clips before I go. Just because I promised you I would. So this is 243. We did the Lisa K one. Okay, this one's 24 seconds. We'll go till we get to the 4-minute one. Okay? And then we'll wait maybe. Let me see. No, we ain't even going to go that long. I'll go till I get to the 4.8 one because then I'll be able to show you enough tomorrow. So this is 24.2. Where are we at? All right, let's give it a listen. Hold. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, guys. I clicked the wrong tab. Let me get rid of that.
Dang.
So, I mean, he's been robbing and stealing since a young age. And a lot of times he'll do it just to eat.
Yeah. In one thing that you pointed out, because when you look at the large rap sheet, yeah, there's some violence here and there, but that's not like his MO or what he did. But
crazy. So they had to rob and steal his children to eat. That's more about their past. 1 minute and 2.
From what you're saying, along with the just trying to eat thing, like it's when he first got locked up, I'm sure the mayor being the victim,
No, I gotta get
and from what you said, he was treated very, very poorly in the jail. And was he at like the point of malnourishment, or what was it?
Let's see, there was malnourishment involved. It was like a 40-day hunger strike at that point.
So I guess in court they tried to use it for his charges to drop. He went on a hunger strike. That's his own fault, but that goes to show mental capacity from being locked up. Or it goes to show that this dude is fucking damn serious, Ernie did this shit and not him. He's sticking to his conviction so much so that he would die. They probably forced him to eat. I would really love to know more about that. And I would like Lisa K, hey, you're out here fucking talking to the dude, right? Or wait, did you write Ernie a note that made Ernie go and throw a fucking fit? Yeah, we're going to go over that tomorrow with these Ernie clips. That is a promise. I'm going to make sure we finish this. We're going to go over Ernie's fit because he lost money the other day. Okay? When he signed his new contract. They lose one contract and they sign another, and Lisa K's writing him. She wants everything, the money laundering and everything off the table and off YouTube. It's time to start the new contract. But Ernie's fucking pissed the fuck off. He's mad as fuck. He throws a fit. Then he tries to go off. He broke his steering wheel when he really broke a digital fucking object in his fucking hand. I slowed it down so you can hear what he's saying. Ernie, you ain't fooling nobody. I'm pulling it all out so that one day somebody will send this shit to the feds. Throw your little fit. Don't nobody give a fuck. I sure as fuck don't. And send your fucking trolls over here. We're unlocking your motherfucking reality like you asked me to. When you named your channel that. Call me crazy. Bitch, I'm gonna show you crazy. All of you.
From what you're saying, along with the just trying to eat thing, like it's when he first got locked up, I'm sure the mayor being the victim, and from what you said, he was treated very, very poorly in the jail. And was he at like the point of malnourishment, or what was it?
Let's see, there was malnourishment involved. It was like a 40-day hunger strike at that point on both ends.
So a 40-day hunger strike. That means Shelby didn't have that to eat for 40 days. That's unheard of.
There's just a lot of things that led up to him actually kidnapping the guards after 9 months. He couldn't get blankets. He couldn't get any of his.
So he kidnapped the guards. So she said after 9 months, this pressure built up on him for him to kidnap the guards. This is stuff Lisa K won't tell you about.
Legal document.
But Ernie, is it the next clip? Let me go check. That they say those charges didn't stick. He didn't get charged with it. He probably was not thinking right. The poor man has been locked up since he's been 11 years old. He has a criminal history. It's not that one of child molestation or even violent crimes. It's theft and petty crime. You, on the other hand, have what? Drug trafficking charges and all kinds of shit. I cannot believe I'm saying this. I believe your brother is going to need a lot of help. But I think he needs to be freed, and I think your ass needs to go to prison. I think the tables need switched. And as much as I can't fucking stand Lisa K and think she has something to do with this, I'm going to help her. Because I can't fucking stand you that much. Don't ever make promises you can't keep, buddy, because then you make a mistake. I've been scorned too much in my life to let shit slide. I'd really like that information from Kathy that you stopped at her house. I've been asking you for over a year now. Why can't you provide it. Wait, what clip was that? 1 minute and 2. We have 2 more clips. I believe one of them will be another Lisa K voice.
Yeah. One thing that, well, it didn't shock me till now because I didn't really think about it, but why would, if it was that bad or horrible, like kidnapping is a horrible thing, but for them to drop it to misdemeanors, it must not have been, I don't know, it just must not have been that bad if they dropped it to misdemeanors, and part of that, it was kind of like a shady.
I don't think Ernie liked that. You could see the frustration. What did I just say? All right, last clip, guys. And then I'll set up my next 1 minute and 39 for you guys for tomorrow.
Plea. Can we talk about this plea deal?
Yeah.
Can we talk about this plea deal?
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Can we talk about this plea deal?
Yeah.
Let me cut it right there. Like, are voice changers really this good? This really fucking sounds like her to me.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Lisa K. You can't tell me that don't sound like her. But you using a voice changer? Did you let go of the button by mistake?
Let's talk about it.
Michigan, right? Ernie, ain't that where you're on your way to? Whose channel did this girl did this on so I could find out the name they used?
Let's talk about it.
All right, guys. 2 hours, 7 minutes. I've been running over a lot lately. You guys keep me busy. Always so much to show. All right, I'm going to head out. It's late. It's almost 2:30 in the morning here. I want to jam some music and smoke some weed and drink some coffee and do what I do. Maybe talk to my birdies, my hackers. I don't watch much of Vern. I think he's weird. I think he's more than weird. I think he's scary. I think he throws temper tantrums. I think we see it. And tomorrow, I promise you, that's where we're going to go with this. I have to pull that out. There was also a clip Jody posted the other day and said, I'm going to leave this up here for a few minutes. And I recorded it, but I can't find where I put it. It has disappeared. But we said we left off at the 139.
Please. Can we talk?
This will be where we start or play somewhere tomorrow. I do got to show that clip of Ernie throwing his stupid fit. I would prefer to edit it because my voice, I think, is in it and it's weird. Because I have to screen record these days. For some reason, none of my downloaders will work that I used to use. Just like I couldn't log into Disney Plus tonight. But whatever. Let's see. How's that? Is that pretty? That's where we'll start tomorrow. All right, guys. Peace and love. Good night. Oh, hubby's off tomorrow. I don't know when I'll be able to go live. It might be Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see how the next 2 days go. He's off then, too. I try to take 1 day off totally just to... I've explained it. All right, guys. Good night. Give me a like, a thumbs up. Watch yesterday's live. It goes with this one.